Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Hey, I don't think I've ever been this prepared for Tarot Tuesday Tarot. All right, so I'm pretty excited about Tarot Tuesday in 2020 because I have decided that we're going to do layouts. Like last year I was just like, here's the deck, we'll just see what it wants to say to us. I'm going to go out on a limb in 2020. It's a limb for me. I'll explain why. We're going to do actual layouts, which means we're asking a specific question and seeing if the deck responds. So yeah, that is going out on a limb for me because I feel like it's like asking my divination skills to jump through a hoop, and then I'm always like, well, what if it makes no sense and yada yada yada, but we're just gonna do it. So if you by chance come across a really cool tarot layout in the next 44 weeks 43 weeks, I guess. Oh, the year's almost over. I'm going to podcast 44 weeks out of the year. So anyways, send it my way, either Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, whatever social media you prefer. I don't actually like any of them, but I can't get away from them either. It's one of those things, I don't like you, but I love you because it connects me to my people. Okay, so today is Tarot Tuesday. Yesterday we hung out for 3 years talking about Dandelion. Now, it either felt like a really long podcast if you weren't really into getting to know Dandelion, but for some people they were like, it wasn't long at all, it flew by. Here's the thing. I just want to say this out loud to myself because it's important. A lot of times in my life, I feel like I have to dim my light or limit my energy because people can't handle me and I come off as way too much. This is something that is just from day one. From day one in this incarnation, people can't always handle everything I dish out. I'm an offer, I'm a giver, I'm obnoxious, I overdo it, I laugh too loud, I hug too long. I'm just one of those people. So a lot of times when it comes to my projects, I feel like I have to hurry up, deliver it quick, don't give too much. I used to do videos and stuff, and I think I don't want to upload too many in one day. I don't want to overwhelm people. Well, I'm really kind of getting to the point where I have to just not think about that. Just don't care about that, because it's hindering my energy. It's hindering my light. And so I sort of had to come to terms, if people can't keep up with me, they can't keep up with me. So I never expect anyone to keep up with me at this point. It's take what you want, take as much as you want, need, desire, and then leave the rest. I'm not gonna limit my giving just because the majority of people they don't want that much of me. So anyways, I was just thinking about that last night because I was like, oh my God, 2 hours of talking about Dandelion. What's wrong with you, girl? But it was listen, that's what I did. That's what I wanted to do. And my intentions for 2020 and the rest of my days is to give and shine and let it all come out of me because that's just how life should be. Don't let other people's expectations and opinion of you dim your light. Don't dim your light to fit in. So shine on, pretty lady, shine on. All right, so that was yesterday. Dandelion was awesome. We got some really cool affirmations. I'll play them later for an affirmation minute. But they were so good because Dandelion taught us to adapt to any situation, make wishes, and allow them to manifest. Dandelion was all about abundance, and that is what we are going to manifest more of this week, particularly tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be all about manifesting abundance. Like, that's all we're going to talk about tomorrow. So make wishes and allow them to manifest. Be abundant. Let yourself bloom anywhere. And then Dandelion also had a really awesome message about releasing what no longer serves you. So if it ain't working anymore, let it go. If it's old, outdated, let it go. Just let everything go unless it is in your highest good and the highest good of the all. Whew. All right, so today, it's Tuesday. That means we do tarot. And the layout that we're going to do today is from, I just want to give a total shout out. You can find her at Crafting Witch. So Instagram at Crafting Witch. This is the 2020 tarot spread. And there is 11 cards. So last night I was like, oh my gosh, like 11 cards. How am I going to remember, like, without referring back to my phone 100 times, what is what? So I found a piece of poster board. It's black. I don't know if I would use black in the future because, it's really hard to write on. But I found a silver gel pen, and I basically just recreated Crafting Witch's tarot layout. I just copied it on the board. So I have a placemat in front of me I drew the shape of the cards. Yeah, I like legit traced a card so it would be the right shape. And I wrote down all the different questions or topics. They're not really questions, they're topics that we're going to pull for. So anyway, shout out to Crafting Witch. Thank you so much. This is so awesome. So in the middle of the tarot spread is a place to pull a card that says, where am I now? So the very center of the layout is a card that says, where am I now? Now then I go like around the top and around the bottom. And there are questions and topics like something positive coming in 2020, something negative coming in 2020, a goal to strive for in 2020. So we're just going to go around and pull cards and lay them out, and we'll just see what happens. We'll just be open. If it makes no sense, we'll have a laugh, and then we'll go about our business. There's also the lesson of 2020, area of self-growth in 2020, and that's on the top. And then on the bottom, we have relationships in 2020, career, health, spirituality, and overall energy of 2020. So it's pretty general topics, but I thought it would be fun. I mean, if I wait any longer, do you feel like the New Year's vibe is already dissipating like so hard? Like, people have already forgotten about their New Year's resolution. I can feel that. Like, yo, people, it's only the 7th of January. You've already given up. I'm just getting started, right? I'm going to do the tortoise this year. Slow and steady wins the race. But anyways, again, Crafting Witch is where I got this layout. And I will put a picture of it on my Instagram, as well as my placemat, as well as the cards that we pull. So it's so exciting. I'm going to be using my new tarot deck, the Herb Crafters Tarot. It's written by Letitia Guthrie, and the artwork is Joanna Powell Colbert. Joanna Powell Colbert. And I mentioned yesterday about the artwork because I know it was something I noticed right away, that when you look at the artwork like close up, it's grainy. Like, it looks like they just didn't do a very good job printing. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's just really grainy and I thought, oh, okay, well, whatever. Well, as I started working with the cards and I worked with them at night under low light. I didn't have them like smack up on my face. The cards started like shape shifting to me. And now I freaking love whatever she did with this type of art, because it seems like it's almost 3D. Like, I don't know if that's the way this is supposed to be, but this is what it ended up being like for me. Like, the plants literally are like lifted up off the page. So I don't know if she did that on purpose or that's just my experience with these cards, but I really love it. So I'm just going to read you the back of the deck. It says, the magic is in the making. The Herb Crafters Tarot celebrates the handicrafts, tools, and time-honored folk skills related to herbs, trees, flowers, and other plants that share their gifts with us. So this is really an awesome deck. It explores the relationship between herbs and how people use them for medicine, creativity, ritual, and spiritual guidance. So it's really well-rounded. Like, from my perspective as an herbalist, this deck is so sweet. It also considers herbs as archetypes and explores our partnership with the botanical realm. Herb Crafters Tarot is an engaging introduction to herbalism and plant spirit magic and can be used as a profound divinatory tool. So it's your basic tarot, 78 card deck. There's a 124-page book full of herbal inspiration and ideas for crafting with the cards. And it is pretty damn cool. And I just looked up at the ticker and I saw 1111. So, all right, you guys. So are you ready? I don't know. Do I need to talk about anything else before we get started? I'm glad you're with me. I'm excited for everything, like in general anymore. Like, my life has just gotten really positive and I'm trying to just keep it that way. Like, let's get positively polarized, for fuck's sake. Okay, so I'm going to take out the guidebook and set it in front of you. Get out the cards. I'm like I said, I'm always kind of nerved up. I'm going to open up the curtain here so when the sun finally starts to come up, I can see it. Yeah, I'm always just a little bit nervous to do layouts because I'm like, well, what if it don't work? What if it don't work? Okay, so I think maybe what I should do is just pull them all at once so we're not here for 3 hours today. I mean, what else do you have to do? A lot of people listen to my podcast at night because I help them go to sleep. It's the funniest thing, but I do it too when I need to bore myself to sleep. So last night I was like, well, it's 2 hours long. I'll see how much I can get through it. I don't know if I even got through a chunk of it because right away I'm just like out. But then I wake up later and I listen to something all night. I'll just let you know about that. I have headphones in all night, or earbuds, because the hum of the earth right now is so loud, it's maddening to me. I can't sleep without something jibber jabbering in my ear because of the hum. So anyways, I put on my podcast from Spotify because you can download it and then you don't have to be connected to the Wi-Fi. So I'll either listen to music or a podcast, and all night long I kept on waking up from my sleep to hear myself talking to myself. It was funny because it started influencing my dreams, and I was like, why is this guy in my dream talking about my archangel sigils? How does he know? And then here it was because I was talking about archangel sigils in the podcast, and it just sort of infused in that lucid area of dreamscape. All right, now I'm ready. I've shuffled, I've blabbed. Where am I now? So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start in the center, and then I'm gonna go straight up to the goal to strive for in 2020, and then I'm gonna work my way around clockwise. So I'll start going around clockwise, and then I'll end with the last one that's something negative coming in 2020. I'll save the best for last. Oh my gosh. All right, so where am I now? I'm going to pull all the cards and then we'll just shoot the shiitake together. All right, where am I now? All right, and I'm going to pull off the top, Sadie, so you know the rules. Goal to strive for in 2020, unless it's coming out the side. Whoop, we're falling on the floor. Okay, I caught it before it hit the floor. Goal to strive for in 2020. That may have flipped reverse. We'll see. Okay, the lesson of 2020. Oh, shit. All right, so what lesson in 2020 does 2020 it's coming out the middle. The lesson of 2020, I guess I don't want to look at that. Area of self-growth in 2020. See how fun this could be, you guys, if you want to do this later. You don't have to have tarot cards to work with a layout like this. Whatever deck you have, you can do it. You can use it. It doesn't have to be tarot cards, but it is a tarot layout, and that's what I'm going to be doing on Tuesdays. All right, overall energy of 2020. Give me a card. Ooh, it's off the bottom. It's off the bottom. Isn't that funny? I'm like, we're just pulling off the top. So far, I've only pulled like 2 off the top. Okay, our next spot is for spirituality in 2020. Spirituality in 2020. Oh, spirituality in 2020. Whoa. This one is coming out the middle bottom, so far out that there's only one corner. There's only one corner holding it from chucking itself on the desk. So I almost want to look at it now. This is so intense, but spirituality right there. Look at me with my self-control. Okay, health in 2020. Health in 2020. Herb Crafters Tarot, give me a card for health in 2020. And see, like this, these are the, hold on, I lost my focus. Health in 2020. Health in 2020. These are like the ones that I'm like, now, is that even going to make sense? But it will, like, especially if you understand the herb and you know what it might be used for. It could give you an idea of what the health forecast for 2020 might be. Okay, here's one. Career in 2020. I'm guessing the death card. Career in 2020. Career. All right, that one just slid up off the bottom. And relationship in 2020. Do we even want to know this one? Relationship in 2020. I'm assuming this is romantic for me, but we'll see. It could be more general than that. Relationship in 2020. Is there even a card? Relationships. Oh, it says relationships. All right, relationships in 2020. Okay, apparently I just like to pull off the bottom. Something positive coming in 2020. Something positive. Okay, that was pretty quick. And then our last one, and I'll quit shuffling in your ear. Never. Every day I'm shuffling. Something negative in 2020. I almost wanted to pull off the bottom for that, but I'm glad I didn't because it's the Lovers. All right, so Lovers is on the bottom. So we know we won't be pulling that card in 2020, and that is no surprise to me because I really feel like I might just be so extremely solo in the Lovers area in 2020, and it's so sad that the Lovers card is on the bottom of the deck that I just put back in the box. Can we take a minute and just cry about that? Can I just express my disappointment that the Lovers card is nowhere on my 2020 layout? Let's take a minute break and just try to feel better about this. Hey, you beautiful lovelies. Today's affirmation minute is brought to you by the Herb of the Week, Dandelion. And shout out to all my patrons and listener support. Thank you so much. You make this podcast possible, and I dedicate these affirmations to you. I am able to adapt to any situation. I make wishes and allow them to manifest. I am abundant. I am able to bloom anywhere. I release what no longer serves me. I am able to adapt to any situation. I make wishes and allow them to manifest. I am abundant. I am able to bloom anywhere. I release what no longer serves me. And so it is. All right, well, that made everything better, didn't it? I need to have a t-shirt custom designed for me, no penetration since 2019. All right, are you ready? Okay, so these cards, the back of these cards are so cool. They did them, they designed them in a way that they're mirrored, symmetrical, so you cannot tell if they're reversed or not by looking at them. So that's pretty cool. That they did that. All right, so here we go. The one in the center that we'll start with, and then we'll go up to 12 o'clock and work our way clockwise, and we'll end on the negative note. Isn't that funny? All right, so where am I at now? We're just gonna do this with an open mind, and we will see. This is always just so fun for me. Where are we at? Where am I at now? Where are you at now? Where are we at now? All right. I guess this is my day to be selfish. Where am I at now? I got the Chariot. Hell yeah. Oh, wow. I feel so honored and flattered. Where am I at now? The Chariot. Damn Skippy. I am motivated. I am focused. I'm done with the bullshit. For the most part, I'm really feeling my drive and my determination, and it's coming from a balanced place. So where am I at now? The Chariot. And it's a tree guide. It's cedar. And it's so beautiful. I love it. It's it's a piece of cedar, the branches, but it's laid out to look like its own tree. And then it has a circle of, I don't know what that would be. The seeds, maybe? It's in a circle. So it's like cedar, but it almost reminds you of a tree pendant, the tree of life, made out of wire. It just really looks so cool. And it's number 7, which is my life path number. So I'm always impressed whenever the numbers wow me. So where am I at now? The Chariot. Embodying the journey, moving forward with confidence, being disciplined yet flexible in my pursuits. So I would say that's a pretty accurate energy reading of where I am at now. So if you end up doing this tarot layout, tag me so that I can see what card you pull for yourself, where you are at now. So I'm just going to check out the book too, because this is so awesome. This Herb Crafter's Tarot. We are looking at a mandala. A mandala lies on a dark forest floor. A cedar branch stripped of its needles forms the shapes of roots, while another, fuller one, makes the shape of a tree canopy. So yeah, they use the cedar branches to make it look like a tree. It's cool, you guys. It's really cool. The two stems come together to create a trunk. cones. I guess those are cones, encircle the tree. The mandala is framed by lush boughs above and below. Yes, it is. A starlit sky casts an aura around the tree. So cedar has a message for us all today that life is a forward-moving gift. Embark on a deeper quest. Learn from ancient wisdom and forge a new path. Yeah, and that is where I'm at now. Like, I know what I did last year. It would be real easy to just keep repeating my same habits, my same routines, my same things, but I don't want to do that. I want something fresh. I want something new. I want new energy. And I'm at the perfect place to manifest it. So cedar is really beautiful. It's both a spiritual vessel used in sacred ceremony and a literal vessel when it is used for making canoes. Like strong, flexible cedar roots finding their way through the forest, be determined and opportunistic. Travel between the worlds of heaven and earth. Bring the knowledge of spirit and soul into the body, just as the cedar trunk contains the stories of the earth. Have faith in the experience. It is not the triumph, but the journey that leads to mastery. And I love this so much because recently, like the last 24 hours, a topic that has been swirling in my head is really acknowledging my body as the conduit between heaven and earth, and really starting to look at my body as what it is, a vessel for my spirit, a device or tool to be used as communication. Nothing more, nothing less. It really is a good time for myself to just really detach even more from this physical body. Not that I'm going to always honor it and take care of it while my spirit is using it, but it's really healthy for me to understand my body's place in the world, and it's just my vehicle. So I absolutely love that cedar is talking about being a vessel, because that is what our bodies are, a vessel for spirit, for our souls and our spirit. And yeah, that means we are literally the conduits between heaven and earth. We are very special, you guys. We're very special. All right. Now, going up top, a goal to strive for in 2020. A goal to strive for in 2020. A goal. My goal for 2020 to strive for is the Ace of Air, and it's yarrow. Okay, so that is hilarious to me right off the bat, because last summer I procrastinated till the end of summer, and I was like, oh my God, I forgot to harvest yarrow. Like, I didn't think I needed any, and then at the last minute I was like, I should make some more tincture. And then, but it was so late in the season that when I went out looking for the yarrow, it was all dried up and brown and like decomposing already. I was like, wow, you missed the boat. But I had a really crazy summer. You know that if we hung out, and it just wasn't timed right. So I'm not even surprised to see yarrow as an herb that I am definitely going to harvest in 2020. But let's see what it would say like about, this is a goal to strive for. Let's see how we can connect it in like that. So this is an ace, the Ace of Air. And a goal to strive for seems to be boundaries. Don't fence me in. Discernment is necessary for survival. Know your wounds. Identify your medicine. Ooh, so a goal for me to strive for in 2020 would be to maintain my boundaries, to protect my freedom. The reason that the Lover's card is nowhere to be found on this layout is because this is the year I know in my heart I need to commit to myself. Not that I can't have male friends and get hugs or whatever, but like I really need to make sure I don't sign up for anything that fences me in. So my goal for 2020 is to use my discernment, don't let anyone or anything fence me in, and to know my wounds and identify my medicine. I think that is a big thing. I mean, I was wounded in 2019. I got wounded last year on a lot of things, you know, feeling rejected and whatever. I need to understand that is in there in my heart space, and I need to identify my medicine and identify what I'm gonna need to do to completely heal myself in 2020. So a goal to strive for in 2020, freedom and discernment. All right, so moving on. I don't need to dive in so deeply to everyone if I get the message. Okay, so my next one that we're sliding over to is the lesson of 2020. Oh my God, like didn't we have enough lessons last year? Life is lessons. We will never stop learning because that's what our soul came here to do. The lesson of 2020 is plantain, ace of water. So back-to-back aces. Interesting. All right, so the lesson this year is going to be about following my heart, trusting my instincts and intuition, and my big lesson will be my understanding that my capacity for love is limitless. Ooh, I'm like literally getting chills up my neck and behind my right ear and down my right arm and down my left leg, or right leg. It's all on my right side. So understanding my capacity for love is limitless is going to be the lesson for 2020. And of course, following my instincts, listening to my intuition, and following my heart. So that's pretty cool. Like that my goal is to maintain my freedom and don't let anything box me in, because I need to experience love on that limitless level. And you know, our egos, once we like connect with one person, we feel like we're only allowed to give that one person love. And I feel like maybe just in my life, I need to just shine it out and pour it on everybody. That doesn't mean like I'm going to start sleazing around, unfortunately. That just means like I need to shine light and love on everybody and start feeling love in a different way than I ever did before. Ooh. All right. Next, we got the area of self-growth in 2020. So what is going to be the biggest area of self-growth in 2020 that I can expect? And of course, this is all probabilities and divination and synchronicity and magic. So Sadie, don't freak out. But the area of self-growth in 2020 is... I got the 6 of Fire, nasturtium. Okay, let me look it up. The area of self-growth is nasturtium, the 6 of Fire. I haven't grown nasturtiums for a couple years. So, and last year, like I went to before I read from the book, I just say last year I went to the farmer's market and they had a hanging basket that was already like loaded with nasturtiums. And I was like, I kind of want that, but I didn't get it because like I didn't even go look and see how much it was, but I was like, that's got to be at least $25, you know? And I was like, gotta feed the kids. So I didn't get any nasturtiums, but if I see a hanging basket of nasturtiums at either the herb show or the market, I'm getting it this year. I'm getting it because the kids have eaten enough. So the area of self-growth in 2020 is nasturtium, the 6 of fire. So area of self-growth. Celebrate yourself and others. Call the circle. Make some magic. Glitter and spice. Magnify power and joy. Whoa. I feel so light right now. Like, this was nothing to be afraid of. So the area of self-growth for me in 2020 is going to be to make more magic, to celebrate myself more, and to celebrate you more, and to celebrate everything I see more. Like, be everybody's cheerleader. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's the limitless love. Laying my eyes on every single person and celebrating the good that I see in them. Directing energy at them that will touch them because I'm sending them good vibes. I'm sending them love. So putting my energy out more and more is going to be the area of self-growth. My magic making. Call the circle. Make some magic. Glitter and spice. Magnify power and joy. So there's a table set of nasturtiums and tall pillar candles. It's for making spells with friends. Large beeswax pillars wait to be adorned. Red and gold glitter spills onto the table. Nasturtium flowers, crimson, orange, and yellow, pepper the table. A candle is lit at the center of the holy mess to mark the beginning of sacred time. So my area of self-growth in 2020 might be to start connecting with more like-minded individuals. I wanted to say ladies. That would be really good for me to have a circle of magic-making ladies to help bring that out in me. Oh, I want to cry almost. Because I could really use a role model like that in my life. So yeah, that would be wonderful. That would be so wonderful. Raise a little power for healing and transformation. Cheer on your friends and praise their accomplishments as they do for you. Drawing bees and nourishing soil, wildly growing nasturtium is a vibrant plant that brings life to the garden. Your ability to bring people together creates magic. Okay, so it has to be at my house. Claim your place as a community leader. Gather circles. What? Is that what that meant? I thought maybe I was going to be like drawing a circle in the dirt. Yeah, I know that an area of self-growth could definitely be to do that community work. It's definitely been a point in my life that has needed nurturing and establishing in my life. So it says gather circles. Creativity ignites creativity. Nasturtium blooms in many colors. Let your personal flair shine. Dance to your own beat while dancing in harmony with others. Nasturtium vinegar adds flavor with a kick. Celebrate your accomplishments with pizzazz. Oh my God. I love it so much. I love it so much. That just makes me even more excited for 2020 with the prospects of that being my area of self-growth. So we'll see. And I laughed there at the end because of the word pizzazz. Okay, this is just a random story, but it's just wordplay, so it cracks me up. We have been using this old piece of kitchen equipment from the 80s. It's like a rotating pizza cooker, but the name of the appliance is called pizzazz. So we have been actually saying that word all week here, and it just cracks me up that it says celebrate your accomplishments with pizzazz. It's not pizza, it's pizzazz. Okay, all right, so now we are swooping down. We're going to be on our 5th card, and this one is the overall energy of 2020. The overall energy of 2020 is Mullen, Ace of Fire. Okay, so far I've gotten 3 aces. I love that. And I love that Mullen is going to be the overall energy of 2020. I am so excited because I have been trying to get Mullen to come closer to me for a couple of years now. And I have Mullen in 2 different places. One's behind the garage and then one's by the back porch. So fingers crossed for my baby Mullens, because I would love to harvest my own Mullen. I invite the weeds in my life. And so it's great that I got yarrow, plantain, and Mullen. The aces are all about the weeds in the Herb Crafters Tarot. And the overall energy of 2020 is going to be Mullen. Mullen makes a delicious tea, and I'm just sad that I don't have any. But I just couldn't find any Mullen last year that was in a place that I knew it was not sprayed, because you always see it along the roadside. It loves to grow there, but they spray pesticides here in Pennsylvania along the roads. So you don't want to harvest your herbs alongside the road for that reason. Okay, so the overall energy of 2020 is Ace of Fire, Mullen, and it says, ignite the flame of creativity. Seek inspiration by the light of a witch's torch. Let desire illuminate courage. Ooh, let desire illuminate courage. Seek inspiration by the light of a witch's torch. Ignite the flame of creativity. And that is the overall energy of 2020. Are you feeling me? What's up, witches? Are you feeling me? That feels so good. That feels so good as the overall energy of 2020. Creative inspiration is bubbling to the surface. Pursue an ancient calling from spirit. Take action to magnify your magic. It is closer than you think. Wow. So major feels, major chills. It says you already possess the power you need, but you may not recognize it in yourself. Like Mullen, inner strength and outer softness move you in an upward direction. So the whole comment about the witch's torch is dried mullein stalks are dipped in wax to create torches. Follow the spark that unleashes your creativity. Allow your deepest desires to find expression. Seek courage from your ancestors. Woo! That, I am just like chills on chills. I am just like chills on chills with that one. So I already knew I was loving 2020. I've been loving 2020 since 2019, okay? But like every day that I've stepped into 2020 now, I know it's only been 7 days, but like seriously, I just keep on loving it more and more and more. I just keep on piling up that gratitude each day, and I don't plan on stopping. I really do not plan on stopping. So beautiful, beautiful overall energy outlook for 2020. Okay, next card is the spirituality in 2020. Spirituality in 2020. It's the 7 of air, eucalyptus. Ooh, so right away, that to me says breath work. Right away, that to me says, you know what you could do for your spiritual journey? Breathe. And I mean like the weird yogic breathing. I mean deep, deep, deep breathing. I mean the kind that like my friend Luke would have me do. And my ears are ringing now on the left side when I say his name. And it would be these deep breathing exercises, and I'd be so dizzy, like crazy dizzy. But that's because it was like my body wasn't used to that much oxygen. And Luke, shout out to Shreem with Luke, he would just remind us all that like you will get used to it, and you know, keep doing it. And it was just so much easier to do with someone instructing me. I will totally say that. So anyways, breathing more could be something that I could do to help my spiritual journey. Just going inward, breathing deep, being in that stillness and that peace and that quiet space, right? Because it's that in that quiet space that there's so much movement, there's so much energy, so much is going on in that space. So let me just peek in the book here and see if Eucalyptus has anything else to let me know about my spirituality in 2020. 7 of Air. So this is really fun for me. It says, trust in reason. Do not be swayed by popular opinion. Respond with integrity. So yeah, I guess keep my cool, do my weird shit, keep doing my weird shit, even if like it seems like everybody else would be like, why the hell is she doing that? Do not be swayed by popular opinion. Yeah, like popular opinion, the majority of people are not breathing, they are not chanting, they are not oming, they are not using mantras. They are not summoning extraterrestrials with sound, but that doesn't mean that I can't. So Eucalyptus says, information is key to understanding. Trust in reason. Discern fact from feeling. Okay, so that is the second time. We started off with Yarrow, and my goal was to make sure that I'm using my discernment, right? So this is the second time that discernment has come up. Discern fact from feeling. When your assumptions are challenged, learn more before taking further action. So my spiritual journey, how does that relate to that? Maybe start doing a little bit more spiritual research, maybe learning. Okay, Mullen just told me to connect with my ancestors. So Eucalyptus might be encouraging me to spin off of that and look into some ancient practices, right? That, aren't used anymore. Maybe. What do you think? So just as eucalyptus clears the lungs, you will breathe easy once again. Truth will give you direction. Truth will give you the direction. Ooh. So anyways, getting information that leads to clarity is what Eucalyptus is suggesting that I do for my spiritual journey. Really know my truth, right? Really know my truth. Trust in reason. Do not be swayed by popular opinion. Respond with integrity. So if my spiritual journey goes off in its own direction in 2020, it's really important that even if it's totally different from everybody else, I always can respond with integrity to anyone who does not agree with me. And I don't really see that too much as a possibility, but there's always that potential. All right, so moving on, we're going to talk now about health in 2020. So health in 2020, with this awesome layout from Crafting Witch, at Crafting Witch, and it looks so cool. It looks so cool on her page. All right, health. Here we go. Ooh, pine. Pine with 6 of earth. Okay, so pine is also another herb that makes me think about breathing easier, that has to do with respiratory health, maybe air quality. There's a fire burning This is a campfire in the background. Let's see what pine has to say and see. Like, when I think of pine too, I think of that it's a good source of vitamin C. And yeah, it has to do with the lungs. So I've actually gotten 3 herbs that make me definitely think about the lungs: pine, eucalyptus, and mullein. So I maybe want to be aware of air quality. I maybe want to aware of using breath work to maintain my health. So that's interesting. It could add to my health of my physical vessel and my spirituality by breathing. So if I needed more encouragement, there you go. Let's see what else pine has to say. Yeah, I'm feeling like the lungs and respiratory and making sure I'm getting enough vitamin C from nature. 6 of earth. All right. Pine. I love pine. So, second message for community. Ground yourself in community. Share your resources. Your generosity will circle back to you. The soul remains evergreen. So yeah, another message for me to not be a hermit this year, to not be stingy with my energy and my resources. Like, if I can give it, let's give it. Like, I want to give so much this year, and I do feel that more than I ever have. And that's just me progressing along on my path of service. So I definitely feel the message for me this year. It's great to connect online, keep doing the podcasts, all that jazz, but make sure you're getting out in your local community, connecting with your neighbors, with people that need you here. All right, let's see what else pine says. Pine. Drink tea from freshly gathered pine needles for renewal and regeneration. So this is the health for 2020. I don't think I'm gonna have any health issues, but like, I feel like pine is saying to me, make sure you support yourself with the vitamins in me, with vitamin C. Keep renewing yourself every day, every morning, every night. Make everything you put in your body be because it's going to add benefit to it. Honor your vessel. Take care of your vessel so that it functions properly, so that you can do everything that your spirit wants you to do. So be generous with those in needs. Honor the people. Honor the land. Gather the community together and teach what you know. Recognize the bounty in your life. Look for ways to share your abundance with others. So good. So good. Yeah. Abundance. And I'm excited now to come back tomorrow to do our abundance podcast. Manifest more abundance and share it with everybody. If you got something to give it, share it. And you know, it's like when we give away our talents, our information, our resources, then we really own them. Then they're really part of us when we can give it away. All right, so that just kind of moves us right into career in 2020. Since health is my career, I guess, herbs are my career. Let's see what we got here. Career in 2020 is turmeric. All right, so that to me right away says persistence. Like, I have to stick with it. I need to have the endurance. I need to make sure that I don't quit. I don't give up, because like turmeric, it's shown here being used as a natural dye for fabric. If I put my energy out there in the area of my career, it will have a lasting effect. It will make its mark. You will not be able to wash me away. If I can lure people in to my podcast for a minute, the words that I say to them will have a lasting effect. And I'm not saying that arrogantly. I'm saying that when I take the time to say things that are in alignment with spirit, they have a lasting effect on people. So all these projects that I've been doing over the years, as long as I just don't give up, my career will make the impact on humanity that I intended it to. Like, I came here on this planet like one of those people that just wants to save the damn world, you know? So I feel like turmeric is a great thing for me in the area of career. It's 8 of earth. So 8s, okay. 8 of earth, turmeric. Let your tasks be an embodied prayer. Do the work. Teach what you know. Do you guys feel this layout? I mean, you gotta love it. You gotta love it for me. And for you too, getting these messages along with me. It's like, make sure that what you're doing as your career is something that you're passionate about. Let everything you do, every task, be an embodied prayer. Do the work. Work hard this year. Like, I'm like, 2020, I'm fully committed to you for one more year, okay? I'm going to work hard in 2020 and then I'm done. That's okay. Let's just keep going with 2020. Do the work. And yet another message for me to teach what I know. So this to me just says you're on the right path. Keep doing what you're doing. Do the work. Reach out more. And it's going to be easy for you to do that because everything you do is going to be an embodied prayer. Dedication leads to mastery. Is your commitment strong enough? Put in the time to hone your skills. So we're looking at not a crock pot, but like a stock pot. And there is a garment, a piece of fabric in this pot. The longer fabric soaks in the dye bath, the more vibrant and lasting the color. Hard work may sometimes take its toll. It can feel isolating and frustrating, which that is how it felt for me in 2019. Last year, I totally felt alone and isolated. Several people reached out to me because like they could see that I was feeling like an outcast in the herbal community, and those kind souls that did, I appreciated that so very, very much, because I can honestly say that the people that reached out to me was exactly the nudge that I needed to not feel like that anymore. And yeah, so I appreciate, you guys know who you are, and I appreciate you so much for doing that. So yeah, don't give up. Don't give up. Turmeric stabilizes the body, increases vitality and strength. Remember to care for yourself at the root. If you are struggling with diminished self-worth, teach your craft to others. Oh, we're only the second podcast in and I'm already crying. Look for ways to engage the community in your projects. I just cannot believe how these cards are like, could you please get into community? Like, it's just such a strong message here for me in 2020 to like not hide anymore. I'm just blown away. Just blown away. Turmeric medicine survives because it has been passed down through the generations. Trust the value of keeping time-honored traditions alive. And so, yeah, like us gathering in community, especially to make medicine, it's dying. It's dying in the world. And around here, excuse me, around here it's dead, you know? And so I feel like such a strong call today from Spirit to gather community and teach and teach. gather community and teach them what you have learned. Amazing. All right, I'm pulling myself back together even without taking a real break. Let's moving on. Oh no, wait. Next is relationships in 2020. Oh my God. Just flip the damn card, Sade. It is Usnea, and I shit you not, it's the Hermit. I did not get the Lover's card anywhere on this layout because it's on the bottom of the deck in the box. And my relationships this year is the Hermit. You guys, it's such a sad but hilarious and beautiful thing when you realize that you're supposed to stay single. It's so funny and so sad at the same time. But I know that this year I could do such amazing, beautiful work alone. Yet, paradoxically, surrounded and supported with community. That's the message. That's the fucking message in front of me. So the Hermit is my relationship forecast in 2020. That's Usnea. And this is number 9, the Hermit. This is so good. This is so good. I am so entertained right now. So my relationship advice from this amazing tarot layout that I'm dizzy right now, it says, withdraw into sacred solitude. Gather treasures from the darkness. Emerge with the light. So, yeah. If I'm going to be able to love humanity into a better place and really utilize the potential of the energy that I know I can flow through me, I'm going to do it by myself. Not that I can't be supported by community, not that I can't have beautiful friends to hug and love up, but this is the year for me to walk the path alone in a lot of ways. And then paradoxically, in a lot of ways, I'm going to be completely supported and connected more to humankind than I ever have been. But when it comes to like relationships, I got the Hermit. So I need to definitely go back to Yarrow at the top, who was like saying, don't be fenced in, maintain your boundaries, use your discernment, keep your freedom. I feel it. Usnea is really interesting. I don't work with Usnea at all because it's just something that I've not yet done. So that's kind of like an invitation. That feels like an invitation to me to maybe get to know Usnea better. A wreath of Usnea lies on a bed of fresh snow. Rose hips, cottonwood twigs, dandelion roots, shout out to dandelion, pine cones, and crow and gull feathers are tucked inside the nest for safekeeping. So it's this beautiful nature-made winter wreath. 3 quartz crystals lie above the nest pointing north, while a single owl feather lies beneath. A candle is lit in the center of the offering. So when it comes to my relationships in 2020, rest and stillness are good medicine. And which card told me to know my medicine, right? Know what needed to be healed and know my medicine. And it is going to be going within in that quiet space that's going to heal me. That's going to allow the wounds that my marriage imbued on me to completely heal. Really. I do want to be a whole person again. And yeah, it's going to be It's going to be made possible by going within. And that's exactly what Usnea says. Go within and listen for your own voice. Clarity is found in places empty of others' thoughts and ideas. Usnea, also called old man's beard, grows long and healthy on trees where the air is clean. Find your mountain. Ask for guidance from nature. There are many gifts to be gathered in dark times. Rose hips, cottonwood, and pine cones among them. Seek understanding from the allies you encounter during your time alone. A reliable fire starter, Usnea may save a life on a cold night, just as the perfect insight can warm a dying soul. When you are ready, let wisdom glow. Wow. And I actually just told a handsome man yesterday that we were talking about ghost pipe, and the ghost pipe card that I have in this oracle deck is saying that sometimes we need to go into the darkness to retrieve the light, right? It's that mystery inside of us that is constantly inviting us to connect with it so that we can go within ourselves, find our own wisdom, find our voice, find our own personal insight. And then when we're ready, we come back out and we let the wisdom glow. Okay, woo! So we only have 2 cards left. And I just want to take a couple steps back to that turmeric moment that I totally was ready to bawl. And I think as I'm reflecting now a little bit about it, you know, it's an honor to be called to lead circles, but there's a part of me that's like, I don't know if I'm ready to do that. But yet it's so flattering. But then it's like, I don't know if I could do that. Do you know what I mean? It's really, really quite, it really moves me on a lot of different levels. It's times like that like, it's just a good gauge. Like, where am I at on my journey? Where am I at with my self-worth, my self-expression, my strength, what I have to offer, what I think is offerable, you know? Because like, I definitely have been scarred from experience of feeling like people don't want what I have, you know, whether that's like trying to sell something at a craft show and like nobody wants it, or, you know, like even just nobody support. Like, it's like, do people even want what I have to offer? So I don't know. There's a lot of emotions coming up with that turmeric. So I'm going to definitely, I think that's the one card that has moved me. They've all touched me. Everybody has laid hands on my heart today. But that turmeric card really got my attention. So I'm going to definitely take it upon myself to go there more in contemplation and really think about what I've heard today. All right, well, on that note, we got 2 cards left. Shout out again to Crafting Witch for this awesome 2020 tarot spread. I appreciate the inspiration from the ladies that put these spreads together, because I love to do them, but it's not really like my cup of tea to like design them. And she did such a good job. Good job, girl. All right, here we go. What do we got left? We've got something positive coming in 2020 and then something negative coming in 2020. Oh yeah, that's right. I wanted to end on the bad note. Okay, so let's see something positive coming in 2020. We've got 3 of water lemon balm and this cute little table set up for like a sweet little tea party. Aw, I love it. And this looks like lilac flowers in a bottle vase. We have cupcakes with frosting. I feel like this is an invitation from the fairy realm. Of course, that could just be me wanting to connect more with the fairies, but I feel like it is. Like, I can actually probably connect more with the fairy realm than I ever have in the past in 2020. Let's see what lemon balm has to say. Lemon balm is very relaxing. It's so enjoyable. It's a 3 of water. 3 of water. Let's see. Let's get to the 3s. The 3s are all about flourishing, abundance, and harmony. I love it because we are manifesting more abundance this week. All right, 3 of water, lemon balm. And this is on the layout, something positive coming in 2020. Lift your spirit with the scent of happiness. Pleasure shared is pleasure multiplied. Wow. Celebrate your heart's delight. Okay, so what's positive and what was it? Something positive coming in 2020. More celebration, more delighting in other people, more allowing other people to delight in me. You guys, wasn't that the most like sensuous thing you've ever heard? Pleasure shared is pleasure multiplied. And that doesn't have to be like sexual, but of course I took it that way at first. Like just enjoying ourselves, just relishing. Like, okay, like, so we're having this tea party and the lemon balm smells amazing. It tastes amazing. Do you smell these lilac flowers? They make me melt in my chair. They're so delicious. How do you love this fluffy cupcake? Like, we could literally just milk the good feelings obnoxiously. Like, that's what I want in my life. People to help me milk the good stuff to the point where, like, we're probably driving everyone else crazy, but who cares? Because we're feeling so good. Like, let's just see how good we can feel. Let's see how good we can feel. Pleasure shared is pleasure multiplied. Celebrate your heart's delight. So what good things do we have to look forward to in 2020? Lifting our spirits, getting happier, having more fun, celebrating more. Happiness is contagious. Yes, happiness is contagious. Rejoice, make merry, celebrate your friendships, spend time with loved ones, make new friends too. Yeah, I'll have to because I don't have that many. I don't have that many friends. Make new friends. You have already done the work to attract the right people. Hell yeah. So that's the thing about energy. Once you get your energy vibing high, you'll attract that tribe, right? Your vibe attracts your tribe. So yeah, I'm glad I didn't attract any friends in 2019. Did you listen to any of the episodes last year? I was a freaking mess. I was a mess. But now that I'm in this good feeling place, yeah, this is the type of energy I want to attract. Now when people come to me, I'm going to know that the fact that they even got close to me is because they are vibing to a certain degree and like they will be good for me, right? So use your vibration to filter out the riffraff. Ooh, I like that message. That just popped in there. Use your vibration to filter out the riffraff. Love it. What else does Lemon Balm have to say? Good stuff coming in 2020. You have already done the work to attract the right people. Your community awaits you with open arms. Oh, it's going to make me cry again. Yeah, that absence of community in 2019. It's okay. It's okay. That's what I needed to experience. But now my community is waiting for me with open arms. Allow relationships to grow with ease. Show your admiration and appreciation for others. Express joy in all areas of your life. Lemon balm tea supports peace and calms an anxious heart. Now is the time to proclaim your true feelings. So yeah, I'm just not going to hold back in 2020. If I think you're beautiful, I'm going to tell you about it. If I'm proud of you, I'm going to say so. I'm just going to shine my love and light on everybody and let everybody leave my presence feeling better than they did before they got there. You know what I'm saying? Don't hold back on your relationships. Don't hold back on your friendships. Just add to things in a good way. Everything you do in 2020, be adding good to the world. And yeah, start with these relationships that are closest to us. All right, we're at the final card. Something negative. Something negative coming in 2020. I don't even want to flip this fucking card over. Like, this has been so good. Like, why even acknowledge this card? Well, I will tell you, because I know better, that 2020 is probably going to throw some shit on the fan. And it might not be in my personal life this year, but collectively, I know that there's negativity coming. Oh, I'm prepared for it. I've been preparing for years for it. So I'm thinking this will probably be more worldly and not so much personal. But I did joke and say that, like, I thought maybe it might be the death card, but that's only because, you know, that will probably happen around me at some point this year. And I'm seeing, like, my most cherished elderly people. So that's the only thing that I can think of that, like, I would not look forward to in 2020. But let's just flip the damn card over and see something negative coming in 2020. Oh, it's not the death card. It's Mallow. So 2 of water. Great. Ugh. As if we haven't had enough water issues already. Something negative coming in 2020. I want to say flooding. Something with water. Something negative in 2020. We got 2 of water, Mallow. Let's just look it up. But it's something to do with water. Please stay out of my basement. But you know what? It could happen. All right. It says, let love in. Soften dry and brittle wounds. Welcome genuine connection. So issues with water could definitely be the negativity that we come up against in 2020. Some areas will have no water. Some will have way too fucking much, right? And so, like, in our life too, we have to watch that, like, we don't become a drought ourselves, and we don't become emotionally overrun, right? So the negativity coming either could be actually water issues I'm seeing, or, you know, water represents the emotional realm, having something get imbalanced in the emotional realm, perhaps. You know what's really funny? Right now, I'm drinking marshmallow water because, yeah, like talking so much yesterday, the air is dry. I feel it. So, yeah, like I put the roots in the water that I harvested last fall. And for a couple of days, I just keep on adding more water. And, you know, because it gets slimier. Like day 2, day 3, it's so nice and slimy. Day 4, it starts to taste a little sour, like sour soap. So I'm on actually day 4. Yeah, it's getting a little sour. So let's see what else Mallow says. Althea officinalis. This is one of my favorite plants. You better not desert me in 2020, Mallow. I need you in my life. And actually, this is one of the plants that I have made deliberate, very, very deliberate actions to make sure that the seeds went everywhere last year. And I even saved some of the seeds, like just in case they didn't self-sow. So I made sure that, like, where it's established, that they listen to my throat completely going right now. I feel like this is part of the message. So negativity coming in 2020 could be something in the throat chakra, could be in dryness, could be in, what are you getting? What kind of messages are you getting? All right. Marshmallow grows at the edge of the garden. The sturdy stalks, heavy with soft green leaves, reach up to the bright blue sky. It's so beautiful. There's a ruby-throated hummingbird on the flower. It's just beautiful. There's a stone fountain down at the bottom, Aphrodite. So Aphrodite reminds us that vulnerability and sovereignty create relationships that are self-renewing. Allow yourself to be drawn in by what you love. So yeah, like, how is that negative? If I don't allow myself to do that, that could be really negative. If I don't find the balance between vulnerability and sovereignty, right? Because it's right beside Yarrow that was saying, don't allow yourself to be fenced in. Don't give up your freedom. So I feel like Marshmallow is kind of like a warning card of a few things that I want to keep an eye out for. And as my throat continues to get wrecked. Let's see. It's all about harmonious union. And it will help soothe dry, brittle wounds. So if I'm feeling bitter or any type of resentment comes to the surface, I feel like if I don't keep that in check, that could definitely be something negative in 2020. So shout out to A Course in Miracles that helped me so much last year with doing my forgiveness practice. I don't want to forget how to do that. So I want to maybe keep touching base with A Course in Miracles, keep working on, I forgive everyone for everything. I forgive everyone for everything. I forgive everyone for everything. Don't allow myself to get brittle and bitter and resentful. Don't do it. Take time to soften your sharp edges, right? Stay sweet, Sadie. Stay sweet. Approach partnership with kindness and emotional stability, and you will experience mutuality. So yeah, that's the negative potentiality for 2020 is losing your balance and that emotional stability. And that's what I was seeing with that water. Like, if that fountain gets too much water, the water is just splashing off the sides, right? It gets like a swamp around it. Like, make sure you're staying stable. Make sure you are staying emotionally stable. And make sure you keep on drinking your marshmallow roots. And yeah, make sure that you keep inviting love into your life, even with the boundaries that Yarrow talked about, even with the discernment that Plantain mentioned, right? Even with all the things, make sure that you are being a manifestation of love. Make sure that you're following your heart. Make sure you're trusting your intuition. You're listening to your instincts. Your capacity for love is limitless. It's limitless. You've only ever even gotten a taste of what love is. You've only ever had a little lick of it. You have no idea of the good that is coming to you. Woo! Yeehaw, little doggy. That was so awesome. What an incredible layout. What an incredible messages. So many confirmations for me to stay on my path, stay focused, keep doing what I'm doing, but yet at the same time, allow more energy to come in, allow more energy to be shined out. Allow that fiery, peppery ecstatic passion to just fuel everything that I do. Everything be a walking prayer. Allow me to connect with spirit all the time. I am a conduit between heaven and earth. I am bringing that energy here, right? These are my intentions for 2020. I've heard the messages. I will heed the warnings. I will use my discernment. I'll be on the outlook for all these good things coming my way. I'm fully prepared to be the hermit, yet be the most loving, giving hermit you ever did meet. So that's what I want to offer people. I want to offer people everything, yet at the same time, still use this year as a year to connect with myself and do my healing work, right? Dive into my darkness, bring back the light so that I actually have something of value to continue to offer my community that I reside in. And what is my community? It's called Earth. Woo! So much love to you. I have had so much fun. Thanks for joining me for Tarot Tuesday, Tuesday Tarot. I can't wait to hang out tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to manifest more abundance. And so it is.